Welcome to the mightiest fun quest. Today we're going to be going down to Victoria and we're going to the Cherry Bomb Toy Show. So the Cherry Bomb Toy Show is a event that happens twice a year, and both Jess and I sell, and we have a booth there. And this is going to be a moment. I talked about a Holy Grail item. You know what? I think we're going to get a Sega Saturn. This is my goal. I can't promise anything. We might not. It depends if they have one, if there's one going to be there, or if it's a good price. I don't know.
A fucking hearse just drove by.
I know. And it says care in the back.
Yeah.
Look, it says care. Hi. That's my channel's dead.
The timing.
So join me on this adventure as we go enjoy Victoria's Cherry Bomb and we sell. And here we are, day 0. This is our table, and of course, my lovely brother needs to be a big turd when I'm filming. I think our table looked pretty good, filled with a lot of different kind of products, a lot of Nintendo, some vintage classic toys and stuff like that. I thought it looked really cool, and we had all these awesome Bandai Pokemon figures, which, spoiler alert, did pretty good. And of course, my brother being a turd, as always. We got a lot of the plushies and some Snake Mountain in the background. Hey, look, we're one big family, the squash family. Oh, let's move over. Let's see, we're one big squash family. There we go. Eric's out of here. He's not squash.
Hi, Erik.
He's not squash enough. With your gray t-shirt. Some amazing tables were setting up. It is the day 0, like I said. Everyone is just trying to get their tables ready for tomorrow. Now, I was browsing around and something may have happened off camera, of course. Of course, it had to happen off camera. I had a copy of Chrono Trigger for the Nintendo DS, and I swapped it with a Sega Saturn. Hey! So anticlimactic. I have been looking forward to the Cherry Bomb Toy Fair for quite a few months. Now that I got myself a Sega Saturn on day 0, right off the bat, no questions asked, I gotta find some games. There was no games that came with it. Or he didn't have any games. So now I'm on the hunt. Of course, we look for Hot Wheels. Our son Felix just loves Hot Wheels. And there's this really cool bin back here. And it had some classic Hot Wheels. This C-3PO looking dude with a gun. I definitely had this as a kid, and I almost picked it up. I didn't because the guy was wanting $5 for it, and I just felt like it's a little too much for me wanting to spend $5 on it. Of course, I'm smelling them. I smell those video games, and I'm gotta take a look. Well, not really what I'm looking for. Don't see any Sega Saturn here. But you know what they do have? Some cool Pokemon figures and amiibos. I'm not an amiibo collector anymore, just now kind of out of it. But that Olimar amiibo, something was calling to Jess and I about it. Like, we were kind of, do we need it? No, we don't. So we kind of stepped away. But I went to go look at the video games, and lo and behold, I see Phantasy Star Zero. What? Phantasy Star Zero? To be honest, I'm kind of newer to this franchise, and I had no idea that it came out for the Nintendo DS. I was so close to picking this up, and you know what? I'm going to be totally honest. I didn't grab it, and I think it is a regret that I had during the toy show. I should have picked it up, but I didn't. I was on the hunt for Sega Saturn games, but now I know it exists. Look at this Mega Man game, $250? Holy shit. All right, just hanging out. Why not? As Jess and I are wandering through, Jess spots this. This is not your 100% classic Pokédex, but it is a really cool Pokédex. I got to play with these awesome Pokemon figures that had like little chips in them, and it could recognize each Pokemon figure. Super cool. This is Jess making a deal right now for some Hot Wheels for our son, getting ready for some Christmases and birthdays for the little man. Oh my God, McDonald's? What's up with McDonald's merchandise, man? I don't know. So cool. Okay, so Jess has been eyeing up this Boglin. It's the pumpkin one, it's the Blopkin, and she really wanted this. She really wanted this. The guys there were so chill. I'm not gonna lie, I kept bugging them and asking, what kind of deal can you give me on this? But we ended up actually not picking it up. Maybe next time. Some awesome Sega Genesis games. So for myself, we're looking for Sega Saturn, and for Jess, we're looking for Lotus 2 for the Sega Genesis. Oh, Futurama for the PlayStation 2. That is a game that I hope to one day find. I want to play it. It seems interesting, but man, is it ever rare. The $400 price tag made me sweat a little bit. We've been finding a lot of cool, rare games just laying on the tables. It's just cool to pick it up or see it and get really up close to it. It's such a cool experience when you go to these toy fairs. I love them. I love selling at them, and I just love the atmosphere. Everyone's so happy and kind. Like, how could you not be happy? You're at a toy fair. You're at video games. Okay. This also called for me. Earthbound Zero. I'm not gonna lie. I bugged the dude so many times asking like, hey, what kind of deal could you do for me about this Earthbound? And he was pretty firm on his price. And to be fair, he was trying to get as much as he paid for it, which was $100. This game controller for the PC, I saw it for a second and I should have asked about it. I have vivid memories of using that game controller for playing computer games at my old babysitter house. Sega Genesis, just so many goodies, so many good stuff just to look at, rummage through, and see what could I add to the game collection. I'm not gonna lie, this weekend my mind was completely on Sega Saturn games. I have Drill Dozer for the Game Boy Advance, which is a rare to find, higher priced Game Boy Advance game. So after the toy fair on the first day, we went to Epic Games. So Epic Games is a game store in Victoria, BC, and this place is massive. It's huge. I felt like every game I was looking for would be in here, and they just had to have Sega Saturn games. I knew it. And I was hoping for Jess that they would have Lotus 2 as well for the Sega Genesis. They gotta have it. Look at the store. So much stuff going on. You know, we spend like 7 hours at a toy fair, and what do we do right after? We go to your game store because we gotta take a look. I love the Atari selection they had here. I did not rummage through it. I just got some video of it like this, but I definitely, next time I'm there, I want to go through the Atari stuff. Oh my god, I love Atari. And they had quite a bit of box Atari games too. And Krampus, they're getting all ready for Halloween. They have all their spooky stuff out. And lo and behold, what do I see? Sega Saturn. Yes. Now, I had a list of Sega Saturn games I was looking for, but none of the games on my list were actually here. These were games I've never heard anyone really talking about that I could find about the Sega Saturn. And I was like, okay, let me look and see what's here. It did take me a while to finally pick up a game. I was also not super worried about price points because I did have that trade-in with Drill Dozer. And I was looking for some sort of adventure game, platformer, and a racer. I was kind of hoping to pick up 3 different types of games for the Sega Saturn just to start off that collection strong. And of course, they had games in the case. Mortal Kombat 2. Ooh, that one was calling for me quite a bit. Virtual Fighter Kids, which is interesting. Casper, which I did not know there was a Casper game for the Sega Saturn. That was fun to learn about. I had such a blast and such a fun time going through with Jess and Erik and going through all the games and just seeing what's there. Now, something that caught my brother's eye, and I did not know this was in the game store, there's a side room, and it's just an arcade. It's just a big old arcade. It has this really cool neon blue to it, and every corner you're looking, every corner you turn, there was like a new arcade. Okay. Once you get out of the arcade, I had to stop for a second. I was like, what is this? Why is there all these posters? And I realized this is a bathroom. This is the most craziest bathroom to ever take a poop in. Like, seriously. I needed to touch the little Samson. I wanted to hold it in my hands. So, of course, I had to ask.
Yeah.
Recording. Oh, look at that little Samson. Beautiful. Look at that thing. No. That's cool. I never held one.
No, they're
They're ridiculous price.
Well, it's worthwhile for what it is.
We had a Clay Fighters in.
So these are the 2 games I got for the Sega Saturn, Grid Runner and Virtual Highlight. Now, let's end the night right. Erik, Jess, and I got to relax, get some ramen, fill our tummies up. Great place called Ghost Ramen in Victoria. Please check them out. They're amazing. And to wind down after exploring the city, enjoying the day of the toy fair and exploring Epic Games, I enjoy some Hulk Hogan cookies that my brother made. But no, just taking it all in and really enjoying the Sega Saturn, the holy grail that I've been looking for to add to the game room, wind down, have some fun with my family, and just enjoy the moment and bring back some of that nostalgic feeling I got when I first played the Sega Saturn. Day 2! All right, ladies and gentlemen, day 2, here we go. Now, I changed up my filming a little bit for day 2. I've more focused on the GoPro and setting it up. I'm not exactly too sure how to film these just yet. I'm kind of playing up with just different concepts. So let me know in the comments kind of what, what was better. What did you like? Did you like day 1 or did you like day 2 better? Now, I like to rummage through all the toy bins down below. I think toy bins that are just like random toys in a cardboard box, that's what I want to see. I don't care about the display cases. I want to see the toys in this box. I saw this one figure, it kind of looked like Doom. I couldn't really exactly figure out who he was from. I did have to use Google Lens because I was like, is this Doom? Is this the Doom guy? He seems a little off though. And I found out he's a character from Quake. I haven't played too much Quake, but I was like, okay, I can understand why he looks like the Doom guy. Now, I bought some stuff off this dude, gave him $3 for the stuff that I purchased. As a vendor, sometimes I don't have my cash on me. It's at the booth. So I left, go and grabbed the cash and gave it to him. Earthbound Zero. Seriously, I kept looking at this game. I went back to it constantly. I felt so bad. The guy was like, you know what? I'll give you $90 for it. And I never went back to him. I couldn't do it. I couldn't spend $90 just right then and there on Earthbound Zero. It is a fan-made cartridge, and I regret it. I regret it. I should have picked it up. I really should have. What do you guys think? Should I have picked up Earthbound Zero with the box and the cartridge, or should I have just passed on that? Which I ended up doing. I love rummaging through bags of toys and seeing what's in there. And of course, like, there's just so many cool different toys you never thought about just to like look at. And oh, wait, what's that? Is that a Famicom disk drive? Excuse me? With like a Gundam game? This is so cool. Totally unexpected. My eyes were like, wait, what am I looking at here? I've never held one of these in person, so I had to rip open I had to open it up, take a look at it, close it up. Of course, super respectful. And I was like, I'd love to pick this up, but just not. I just don't have a Famicom for it. If I did, I would absolutely just make sure I took that home with me. So I like to look at sometimes controllers. I see all these Xbox controllers. And I was kind of been thinking about getting an extra Xbox. We have 2, but maybe a third one would be nice. And this gentleman here, we've sold a few things to him before, and he was asking me about my filming and everything. And I told him about the Mifu channel, and he was super stoked. He liked the video. He subscribed. So, dude, if you're watching this, thank you so much for subscribing and as well as watching the content. I'll see you at the next toy fair for sure. Oh, I saw this awesome vintage giant TMNT Leonardo plushie. He was missing an eyeball, quite damaged. I had to pass on him, but I was so close to just buying him and just trying to fix him up, but he was just missing that eyeball, and I was like, I couldn't pull the trigger. So it looks like I'm leaving, which I am, because I went to go get food, or I was grabbing coffee or something like that. But hey, this hat caught my eye, and it is Sunny Day Pokemon. It totally reminded me of Pikachu's Vacation. I really love that Pokemon short, and that's the end of the day 2. Well, thank you so much for watching this mightiest Fun Quest episode where we went to the Victoria Cherry Bomb Toy Fair. It was a long 2 days, that's for sure, but you know what? We got a Holy Grail. We got some other cool, fun stuff, which I might just record some B-roll of that just so we can fit that in. Yeah, it's been great. Let me know if you saw something that caught your eye, some comments about stuff maybe you would have picked up. I don't know, like, well, and let me know if you went to a convention recently and you saw something pretty cool. So just make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'm probably going to go sleep for a million years. No, you know what? I'm going to sleep until the next Toy Fair, which is in 2 weeks. So Jess and I need to stock up for our... we really need to stock up our tables, because we sold a lot, and that's great. Because we do it for the fun of it, and the affordability of, so people can, buy cool things. Yeah.
It's a merch, honey.
I see the merch.
Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure.